Hi, what's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and I'm really excited to share with you how to practice your chord changes so that you can stop being super slow and stuck, and you can start actually switching between your chords super fast. There's three things that we want to do in order to pull this off. And the first one is not my own idea. I got it from somebody else. It's called hover and squeeze. Now, normally I like to credit who I get an idea from, but in this case, I don't want you looking this person up because even though this was a great technique that this person taught me, this is not someone I would recommend associating with or learning from, nor do I want to be associated with this person. And if you know me personally, then you may know the story. Anyway, hover and squeeze is a really great technique, though, for switching chords. Here's what you are going to do. Let's take the chords G and C. Lightly put each of your fingers over the desired fret and string, and you're going to touch that string, but you're not going to apply any pressure. Once everything is perfectly in place, we're going to squeeze and apply pressure to everything and hold for a few seconds. And then we release, and now we go to the next chord. We go to that C chord, hover the fingers in place. Okay, so I'm touching each string over the correct fret for the C. Once they're all in place, squeeze. So what's happening is most people, like when you build a C chord, you're like putting one finger in place at a time, and so you get used to having one certain finger leading the whole hand. What we want to get used to happening is all fingers moving simultaneously. So hover and squeeze is a great way to practice that. Another variation on this is like with your C chord, if you're used to leading with the first finger, well, now practice it the reverse. Put your third finger down first, and then build the other way. And that'll help to balance it out, and then you should pretty soon start to get used to doing all three together at the same time. So again, we hover over the G, touching the strings but not applying pressure, squeeze, and then we switch to the C, touching the strings in the correct place, squeeze, and then we go back and forth. You want to do 10 reps of that, or 10 reps of leading with whichever finger typically goes down last. All right, step 2, after you do 10 reps of that, pluck each string individually in the chord. Because a lot of times, and I was talking to a prospective student on the phone yesterday about this, that they found that when they strum, their chords sound good, but as soon as they go to pick, not everything is ringing clearly. So sometimes you can mask the sound of the chord if you don't have everything held down correctly, because you have enough good strings ringing out that if you've got 5 out of 6 ringing correctly, then you're good, right? So you want to practice this, do the single string note test to make sure everything is ringing, so that in case we end up, so now I gotta move that finger a little bit. And then you want to do that 10 times, going back and forth. And then finally, you want to set a metronome or a drum beat at a slow tempo, probably about 60 beats per minute, and just get in the habit of switching in time. So we're going to go G, 2, 3, switch to C, 2, and hold it as long as you can. But if you need to start switching right away, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, right? So sometimes you need all 4 beats to get all the fingers in place for that. But even if all of your fingers are not switching accurately or perfectly in time, you want to get used to playing with a beat as soon as possible, okay? And then once you get good at that with this third step, then we want to go, instead of holding for 4 beats, instead of speeding it up, we're going to do 2 strums. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then once you get comfortable with that, then let's go to quarter notes. So you got 4 strums, 1, 2 on every beat, and 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then the final step, probably I would go to 8th notes Hot bonus tip when you're doing eighth notes, that last strum, typically you're lifting. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, open, 1, 2, 3. So that's a little bit of a secret when you get to strumming faster. The last strum, typically you're just hitting open strings, but because you're going fast enough, you're just keeping that sense of rhythm going, and it actually sounds great at fast speeds. And every guitar player does that. Okay, cool. So that's it, you guys. That's the 3 steps. Hover and squeeze, 10 reps, and then single string note test 10 times, and then switching in time at 60 beats per minute, 4 beats per chord from your 2 chords. Do that 10 times. Now, once you complete that, maybe that's all the chords you're practicing for the day, but I'd like to see you pick 2 other chords and practice with those. And if you can do this for like 10 minutes a day, I think that is gonna be about perfect. And you should pretty quickly start noticing big improvements in your chord switching. All right, you guys, if you dig this, be sure and like and subscribe. If you would like the tab, the PDF for this exercise, check the link in the description and you can get that for free. And then also, if you'd like to work with me directly in a more personalized experience, check out unlimitedguitar.com. All right, you guys, I've been Eric Bourassa. I am still Eric Bourassa. I will continue to be Eric Bourassa, I think. And I will see you guys in the next times.